What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's time for another video. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about the 3 wins that you need every day. Every single day. A lot of us, we're not getting these wins every day. We're getting 1 out of 3, 0 out of 3, 2 out of 3. Some of y'all are getting 3 out of 3. But every day, I'm not getting all 3 of these wins every day. And so I wanted to make this video to help those out who need to get some pick-me-up wins. And this is the best wins that you'll ever receive and the best wins that you will ever be able to do for yourself ever. Ever. Now let's get started.
Reincarnated, I was stargazing. Life goes on, I need all my babies.
Woke up looking for the broccoli.
So let's start here. Like how this marker just popped in my hands. Let's start here. That's what I get for trying to, be special. You can be the most successful, grind hard, heavy person and still feel empty. Why? Why can you obtain so much success and still feel empty on the inside? Why can you feel mentally so strong but still feel empty on the inside? Why can you feel so spiritually aligned and feel empty on the inside? Here's why. Success was never just one game. Success was 3. You need a physical win, a spiritual win, and a mental win to succeed in life. And almost everyone is just playing one of them. Then you're wondering why winning doesn't feel like winning. So today I'm going to walk through the 3 wins that you actually need, and they are mental, spiritual, and physical. Those are your 3 wins that you need. And so as we go through this video, I'm going to break down the science behind receiving each one and what it does for you, what you're probably doing wrong when it comes to a mental win, a spiritual win, and a physical win. And by the end of this video, you will have the easiest way to start getting your mental, spiritual, and physical wins. Most people are 1 for 3. They grind the physical and ignore their mind, or they chase achievement and then they never get quiet, or they chase achievement and never allow themselves to be in their own presence and just be quiet and soak in that. So winning 1 out of the 3 just makes you, this is how you want your pie to look. You want 1, 2, and 3. What a lot of people end up doing is their pie looks like this. Bear with me. Their pie looks like this. 1, 2, 3. Or in worst case scenarios, it can look like this. 3. Or 2. Or 1. How does your mental, physical, spiritual pie look? Honestly, mine is probably a little like this, where 3 is going to be my physical, and then my mental and spiritual are kind of at the same level. So be honest with yourself. Draw out your pie and really try to figure out where you are at in this process. And start tracking that, because the best way to get forward progress is by tracking what you are doing. And that goes for anything. So let's go ahead and start with win number 1. The mental win. So what is the mental win? What does the mental win look like? It looks like ownership. Ownership of what, you may ask? Of your own mind, your own thoughts. Ownership of thoughts. Ownership of practices. Ownership of you. You want to have ownership of your mind, your thoughts, your practices, your beliefs. This is where the mental comes to play. And this is where a lot of people mess up when it comes to their mental game. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing a lot of people do is get on their phones. Now, what you're doing is you're allowing the phone to tell you exactly how you should start your day, exactly what you should be feeling, exactly what you should be seeing. You're not in control of what pops up on your social media feed. You're just scrolling and going to the next video. And that is a part of the problem. We are not controlling ourselves. So an easy win to take control of your mental win is to, as soon as you get up, don't reach for the phone. Practice some breathing, meditate, play with your dog. Do something that is uniquely you for 10 minutes. And then check your phone, check your text messages and everything like that. Well, you could say, oh, well, I really need to check my phone, text my bae, good morning, make sure my companies are making money, let me make sure I see what's happening in the world right now. I gotta stay tapped into the news. I gotta stay tapped into what, if my gas prices are gonna be below $4 today. That does not matter to who you are. Find something that is specifically, uniquely you. Meditate on the past. Do something that you like to do. Walk your dog. Something that is you. Do not allow other people to put things in your mind when you are waking up and it's your morning. It's your morning, bro. Like, come on. It's that simple. And here's the science to back what I'm saying. A recent health study just found that your phone is, and I feel like we've already known this, your phone heavy screen usage time is a major cause of anxiety, of reduced sleep, less overall movement, and less significant interpersonal relationships. So if you feel like you're suffering from any of that, it may be time to go ahead and put the phone down and go do something else out in life. I myself got a flip phone. Hear me out. I got a flip phone because I wanted to mitigate the amount of time I am scrolling on social media, on TikTok, on Instagram. There's good things that come from it, but there's a lot of bad things that come from it. So I just removed myself from that situation, got myself a flip phone, and I take that to work. Stay wise. And the National Institute of Health came out and said that meditation helps increase your sleep, decrease anxiety, do all these great things for you that there is medication out there for, but a medication is not going to be able to get you that real relief as you just taking matters into your own hands and you forcing yourself, your mind, to do things that are pleasing to it. So I just say this safe, be wary, and mental win to me is ownership of your thoughts, practices, yourself. Find something that you personally like to enjoy. And a quick side note, I am not a doctor. If you feel like you are going through mental health problems or you feel like you may want to hurt someone or hurt someone else, please seek out actual medical attentions. Don't just scroll on or find videos on YouTube and everything like that, because there are a lot of videos on YouTube that sound great and sound wonderful to just go ahead and go with it, but you could fall into the rabbit hole of watching video after video after video after video, and that is not a mental win. It can give you some clarity and a plan, but if you do feel like you have some problems, I definitely suggest that you go seek a medical professional, whether it be a doctor or a therapist, and just talk to them. It's okay. I am here to just tell my experiences and what has worked best for me. And yeah, if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. I'll be more than happy to answer questions. And I feel like I already stated this, but so we're just going to write it down. Your easy win, 10 minutes in the morning. 10 minutes in the morning to do what you do. Whatever it is that you do and you enjoy doing and is not a self-detriment of yourself, do it. That's the easy win, and that is never going to change. Never ever going to change. Do what you are going to do because it's specific to you. And if you are wanting to figure out how to meditate or want to get in some nice insight on what meditation is, why you should be meditating, I do have a mental arts meditation guide in my link in bio. So check that out. It does have a planner. It does have a planner in it. It has a meditation guide and some of the meditations that I use personally pretty much every day. So check that out. All right. Oh. Win number 2, physical. What is a physical win? I'm just going to call it what it is. Physical win is motion. Let's add some laws of physics in here. A object in motion stays in motion. So if you got motion, you're going to stay in motion. It's going to get you really hard to get out of motion. And matter of fact, the end of this says the object in motion stays in motion until another object puts force against it. So I butchered that a little bit, but you get what I'm saying. An object in motion stays in motion. So if you get up and you start moving, that is going to bleed over into other aspects of your life. So if you get up, you do some push-ups, you do some sit-ups, you do some pull-ups, you do some squats, whatever you do, that motion is going to translate into you like, okay, I just did some push-ups. I feel really good. Let me go ahead and type this email out and send that out. Let me go and, clean the yard up. Let me go and, do this one thing I was slacking on, or cut up the vegetables and make myself dinner. I just feel really good because I'm already in motion. A object in motion stays in motion, right? So what is a physical win? It is just being in motion, and not any kind of motion. It has to be a little stressful. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. It has to be a little stressful. I could walk around and consider this motion. I could just pace in my room back and forth and be like, man, I got so much motion right now. Like, y'all don't want to mess with me. I'm just full of motion. No, it has to be a little stressful. You got to put your body under some kind of stress, strain, even stretching, like flexing your, stretching yourself out. Like, that is causing your body some stress. That is going to get you that neurological benefit of, okay, I just completed this challenge. What's the next challenge? That's that motion. That's that continuous object in motion stays in motion thing. So let me tell you what you're probably doing wrong with your physical win. You think that your physical win has to be a 90-minute gym session. Like, you think you have to just go to the gym for 90 minutes, and if you don't hit that 90-minute mark, it doesn't count. Like, I just did not physically win today. If you watched my last video, I talked about this. You are not going to hit a PR. You should not try to be your best self and consider that a win each time. What you should do is be like, okay, I said I'm going to go 90 minutes to the gym. I still think that's too much. I really think it should be like 40 minutes. 90 minutes to the gym. But at least, I will do at least 10 minutes. I'll do at least 10 minutes. That's my bottom line. I'll do 10 minutes of working out. I can do that anywhere. Push up, sit up, whatever. Walk. That is a physical win. And all of those physical wins add up, because it's not just a win. It is the behavior that you want to capture. It's the behavior that you want to just keep going forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. The behavior is the motion. The win itself is a result. But the behavior you want to capture is not the 90-minute gym session, not the 2-mile run I want to do every day. It is I just running every day. Some type. Doesn't matter how little, how small it is. That is where a lot of people are messing up. Consistency is not about results. It is about the behaviors that you are continuously doing despite the result. That was a bar. That was just off the dome. Like, ah! All right. Let me calm down. And get this, a Harvard study that was recently done just showed that, exercising consistently, regularly for just 90 to 120 minutes a week prevents and stops a lot of things that cause people to perish at an early age. Self-explanatory here. Come on now. Come on. So, easy win. It's not that. It's not that. Your easy win is going to be capturing the behaviors that result in a physical win. What does that look like, Dion? So this looks like 3 days out of the week, I will go to the gym. Now, 3 days out of the week, depending on what type of athlete you are, we're all athletes, that may be little or small. You could say 1 day out of the week. Everything else you do on top of that is just out of good merit. That's out of good faith. You're just doing it just to do it. But you will capture the behavior of just going 3 days out of the week. And don't overly say, okay, 3 days out of the week, 90 minutes a day. No, you can go 3 days out of the week, 20 minutes a day. All I want you to do is be consistent at it. And that's how you gain the consistency. Consistency is by capturing the behavior generally and just getting some motion. And then the days that you don't go to the gym, just say you'll do like 10 minutes of push-ups or 10 minutes of squats and things of that nature. That is how you get your easy physical win, by remembering that an object in motion stays in motion, and by remembering to not overdo it. All you need is small wins here. Go light at first. Going into it with too much ego is how people put on too much weight. They get hurt. They stress their bodies out because they're trying to do too much at once. So just remember that slow is sustainable. Slow is sustainable. And sustainable is just another form of I'll be able to be consistent at that. And remember, I just read a paper that said that detoxes are, a lot of detox stuff is really harmful to the body, and you should be careful about taking it. FDA actually commented on it, saying yes, it is harmful to our bodies to be taking a lot of this detox stuff, supplements that they have out there. What you should be doing instead is making sure you're getting in your fruits, vegetables, and herbs. Stay wise. All right. Win number 3. Spiritual. Now we're going to talk about the spiritual win. What is a spiritual win? It is connection to something bigger than yourself. Spiritual win is connection to something that's bigger than yourself. We could take the universe for example. The universe is such a big thing. God is such a glorious thing that you can't put it into words. It's just bigger than you know it's bigger than you. And when you submit to that, when you are able to be in that, then you are able to realize how beautiful and how great things really are. Because you start to put yourself aside. That's you and me. Then you start to realize like everything, this doesn't even begin to show like all the great things that God and the universe and what your spirituality will be able to bring to you, give to you. And once you are tapped into that, then like this doesn't look great, but this is just a lot of greatness going on, a lot of greatness happening around you. So another thing is just gratitude. Honestly, spiritual win is just gratitude in your life. It is regulation. To me, this is where discipline, hope I spelled that right, discipline comes into play, because your discipline is really your why, and you're able to answer your why because you are spiritually inclined to know what your path is, and you have a why behind that. You have your reason. So my reason why that I wanted to be an aerospace engineer was because when I was smaller, missiles scared me. I was watching news, dad had the news on and stuff, so I would see countries getting bombed and stuff. I'm like, man, that's a scary thing. So I wanted to work in missile defense. So I became an aerospace engineer. That was my why. Why do I want to do martial arts? Because same thing, I want to be able to protect myself. I want to be able to protect my loved ones. So that was my why. Why do I want to make these videos and talk about meditation? Because I feel like there is a gap here and that there is a need for people to understand their own whys. Because the why is very important in life. The why is how you start to align yourself to get to where you want to go in life. And the why gets butchered by social media. Your why gets butchered by external influences that don't align to what you really believe at your core and what your family believes at their core. Your why can get messed up. And so I want to help people find the good reason, their good why, whether they lost it or never had one in the first place. And that comes through the spiritual win. So it's gonna be really hard to give you, it's actually not hard at all. I'm just saying that just for the video. For the spiritual win, scientifically, the spiritual win, the practices of religion, the everything that you can think of when it comes to spirituality has lasted hundreds and thousands of years. Through stories by the campfire, through family names, through the Bible, the Quran. They're tales of time. And you can see people practicing these things for thousands of years. And if that is not something worth scientific acknowledgement for proof of concept, then think about how calm and free a lot of these people are when they give themselves up, when they are a part of something that is bigger than themselves. Think about that, because it is a very beautiful thing. One clinical trial with cancer patients found that they actually reduced in stress, anxiety, insomnia, fatigue, and emotional distress just by the hospital offering them a 4-week yoga program. This helped them get spiritually aligned to themselves, and that had a effect on their mood. So really, spirituality is maintenance for the soul. Spirituality is maintenance for the soul. And the easiest way to get a win, a spiritual win, in my humble opinion, is going to be by doing one of the things I've already written on the board. That is gratitude. Your easy win comes from having gratitude. You can look at the stars. You can look at the sky. Well, the sky is the stars. We'll just put daytime. look at the sky during the day. You can just appreciate where you are in life. You can appreciate your family, your surroundings, and really just have that gratitude there. What's something else that you can do? You can meditate. You can meditate, and meditation allows you to hear what's going on around you, feel what's going on around you, feel how you feel internally, see if you're spiritually aligned, if you like what's going on around in your life, and if you don't, it gives you a good reason why you should change. If you do, it gives you a great reason why you should stay. So, with that being said, that's how you get your easy win. And if you need some help with meditation, I do have a meditation guide where I give out my sauce on how I meditate, why you should meditate, and yeah, it's just a good read. So remember where we started. Crushing it, but still feeling empty. Doing X, Y, and Z, but not feeling fulfilled, right? So I challenge you to take on these 3 easy wins and put that in different aspects, in different areas of your life, and see how it works out for you. If you felt like you're getting all of this information already, great. Continue to do it. Be consistent. If you need help with consistency, I made another video for that. But this is for the people that feel like they are winning or not winning at all, but just don't feel that fulfillment on the inside. So I challenge you to get a mental, physical, and spiritual win the day after that you watch this video. Why the day after, Dion? Because I want you to plan out how you're going to do it. I want you to plan out how you're going to do it. If you're feeling froggy, jump. Do it today. That being said, stay wise. Until next time.